Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about our small account on Robinhood that we were doing a few months ago and that we set up a few months ago with a few of our favorite stocks at that time. So in this video I want to talk about how it went, exactly what happened, and ultimately what we can reflect on to do better in the future with this small account and with your own small account. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video and I hope that you guys learn as much as I did during this last few months. Now, coming over to the account, you can see that we've been doing very well here over the past week and even over the past month, up almost 2% and 7% respectively. But as you guys can see, the main reason I want to show you the account is because there is a lot to learn from our plays, and a lot of these other companies like American Airlines or even Exxon Mobil, these were plays that were winning massively even just 2-3 weeks ago. And for that reason, I want to show you what we could have done better as well to make more returns on the account and hopefully avoid these losses. But as you can see, there are some clear winners and losers in our portfolio. So I want to talk about all of our plays and essentially what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks to try and continue growing this account and what you should do as an investor if you are trying to grow a similar small account. Now, looking at our first position, Bank of America or BAC, I want to talk about why this one was actually one of my favorite plays. Now, as you can see, the stock is at $41 a share and we purchased in at around $39 a share. And for that reason, we're up 6%. But over the last 3 months and even the last year, you can see that we had an opportunity to pull it out even higher, almost at $43 a share. And I really do think that we are on our way back to that price. So with Bank of America and with my position 20 shares, I'm going to be keeping absolutely all of them in the hopes that this position can be up around 15% by the end of the next few weeks. So again, guys, if you haven't added Bank of America, this is one of the best stocks on the market as far as growth and as far as investors having their eye on it and consistently buying every single dip. So that's part of what makes these stocks so great. Not only do they dip and give us a great opportunity to buy, but when they do go down, they're not down for long, and investors and institutions always end up loading their boat again. So BAC, that's one to definitely keep your eyes on. Now, moving on to our next position, Exxon Mobil or XOM stock, you can see that this has been one of our biggest losers and we're down around only 2%, but still I feel like this play has really underperformed. And right now I'm in a conundrum where if I sell it, I'll be selling it towards the lower part of their weekly range. So again, I'll be selling it at the cheapest price possible. But if I wait over the next few weeks, then I can't really update you guys on what I will be doing with this money. So I think that the best decision for me to take right now with this account, so I can show you guys how to continue growing in the future, will be to sell my XOM here in this same video, and later on in the video I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be buying with the shares that I just sold. Now, going into a little more about the reason why I want to sell XOM, I bought it on oil news, and because I thought that these companies were going to be seeing a lot more attention from the overall market. As a result, you can see that XOM did run pretty massively from around $33 a share all the way up to 60, and as a result I was very confident that we can continue seeing a run. But over the last few days this play has been massively underperforming, so I do want to get rid of some of the position. Now, talking about American Airlines, this one was actually one of my favorite plays to add to this account because it shows the power of managing your account and essentially how much more money you could actually be making if you do check your account on a daily or weekly basis and manage your positions that are up massively or down massively. And with American Airlines, I think I actually bought in on this position a few times when the dip was over here at $21 a share. And if you do remember, I made a video talking about a wedge forming on American Airlines and on my own personal account that I was going to be buying options with this company. And as you guys can see, it did very, very well on that week. We rose from $21 a share all the way up to highs at around $25, and those options paid out around 80% return. So again, guys, we did very well with that call out on American Airlines, but the shares, you can see they're down 10%, and I bought them at the same exact time or very near to the time when I was buying the options. So as you can see, American Airlines really hasn't been a long-term profitable company right now, or at least over the last few months. And with so much news coming out about them missing deliveries on their flights and not being able to make enough planes, yada yada, at their airports. This is some extremely negative news for the company, and I really do think that what happens over the next few days will be absolutely critical. But that being said, this is my biggest loser, so unfortunately I'm going to be keeping these shares, and I'm going to be hoping that American Airlines continues to the upside soon. And if we do see another breakout to the $15 that I talked about as the ultimate resistance, then on this small account, I think the best option for me to take will be to double down on my position and continue adding in the hopes that American Airlines does get some good earnings or some continued good news and continues pushing back upwards above my price. Now, moving on to Chewy stock, CHEWY, this has been my biggest winner over the last few days, and I think the reason for that was how much of a dip we were able to purchase Chewy at and how obvious it was that this stock was undervalued. Now, as you may remember, I talked about this one in my stock scanner video and why it's so important to be able to know when the eyes are on this one, when the market is watching a specific name, and with Chewy, that's exactly what happened. You can see that over the last few months, we are up almost 22% on this stock, so absolutely massive, and this has been what has kept my account growing on a daily basis here, even though the market has been pretty tough, and even though a lot of other names are sitting pretty stagnant, as you can see in our account, and as you can see on the overall market. So again, I'm really happy that I added this one, and for a $75 discount, you can see that we added this one back around in July when there was a massive dip on the stock, and we were rewarded very good over the next few weeks. As you can see, we are now sitting at a 22% return or $170, and ultimately with Chewy, I will be trimming my position. I'm going to be selling off half of the shares, ultimately with the goal of buying some back later on if there is a similar dip to what we were experiencing in July. Now, any company that grows 30-40% in a couple months is due for a pullback, so I wouldn't be surprised if Chewy did see some sort of resistance before going up to the next level, and that's what I'm hoping to see in order to buy some more shares before they rocket off. But now I'm going to go into the part of the video where I buy some new companies, and I want to show you guys my thought process behind why I'm going to be buying these shares and ultimately what I hope to be happening over the next few months. Now, the first company that I do want to add to is going to be Caribbean Cruise Lines, and because we're selling out a lot of our oil, I do want to try to put it in a completely different industry, and I do think it's very interesting to see a comparison between how our position on American Airlines, which is down right now, will do compared to this Carnival, which I will be adding a couple of shares on. So right now I decided on adding 15 to 20 shares of this company, and as you can see from the video, I will be buying these shares immediately at a price of around $24 a share, and my hope is that within a few months these positions could move up to $30 a share, ultimately looking for around a 20% return. So again, guys, this is pretty good movement if we do get it on this stock, and I'm really not hoping for much in the next week or in the next 2 weeks because this account is small growth, but it is focused on long term. Now, the next position I'm going to be buying is going to be Apple, and I'm looking to buy 5 shares of the stock. As you can see from the video, my average share price is $146 a share, and for that reason, I want Apple to go up to at least $160 before I consider selling it. You might have seen my recent video on the channel talking about how there is some massive potential with Apple. So ultimately, if they break out of the purple box that I mentioned in that video in the upwards direction, I have no doubt we will be hitting 160. But unfortunately, if they break down below that purple box, then I might consider selling out this position and switching it for a different tech name like AMD, which is also down, but with a lot more potential of continuing in the upwards direction. And lastly, I'm going to be adding the rest of the money, $112.21, into Bitcoin so we can compare what is going to be happening between the stock market and a general coin like Bitcoin over the next few days. But as you guys can see, it's giving me a little trouble making a market order, forcing me to make a limit order. So again, guys, that's what I'm going to be doing here over the next few minutes and confirming this order in BTC. And ultimately, this is the end of the video, but we will be having an update on this account in the next few months. So if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe down below and don't forget to like as well. But as always, I hope all your plays are in the green.